Welcome to today's hip rotation class. I'm Maria. Join me on your front today. We are starting with an internal hip rotation. Rest your head on your hands, bend into your knees hip width distance apart, flexed feet, and allow your feet to part outwards towards the floor. There is a possibility that your ankles kiss the floor, but this is not what my body wishes to do. It is really important that you listen to your body, as we all have different structures, different histories, and stories that our bodies hold. Respect those differences and honour your body, stopping in a place that may not feel comfortable immediately, yet does not feel pain. Today is a Yin Yoga class, and we will be holding most poses for about 2 minutes. Try to hold still and avoid fidgeting. Allow your muscles to completely relax. Of course, you may make adjustments, but then try to settle back to stillness. Within our stillness, we will stretch and strengthen into our deep connective tissues, the fascia and our bones. As we spend more time sitting during work and sometimes during play, our muscles shorten, reducing mobility and altering alignment, creating weakness in the hips, lower back pain, and lowering our body's stability. Today, we will begin to lengthen and strengthen the internal and external hip rotators. Glide your ankles back up and over your knees. Lengthen your legs back out. Plant your hands to the ground either side of your ribs and press up into tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, knees over ankles, neutral spine. Inhale, cow pose, chest lifts forward, tummy drops, tailbone up. Exhale, cat pose, head drops, shoulders separate as you arch through your spine, tailbone down. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, neutral spine. Crawl your knees forwards, cross your ankles behind you, and use your hands to roll back to seated. Preparing for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Bring your soles to meet further from your body today, creating a wide diamond shape with your legs in this external hip rotation. Inhale, create length through the spine. Exhale, your hands under your legs to rest on the floor or at your feet as you fold. You may choose to use a block to rest your head on. Get as comfortable as possible. If you're higher up, know you are where you are supposed to be. Maybe use an additional block. And of course, you may have your head on the floor or resting on your feet. With our legs further from the body, you will feel this more in your outer hips and thighs as the connective tissues open in your knees, your hips, and your spine. Check in with your breath. Are you taking shorter breaths? If you are, you may have gone too far for your body. Take nice, full, deep breaths in and out. Feel the movement in your hips with each breath. Slowly and mindfully use your hands to guide you back up. Guide your knees back together and shuffle your bottom forward slightly before reclining onto your back, preparing for Supta Baddha Konasana. Walk your feet closer to your sitting bones. Once again, bring your soles to meet. Allow your knees to gravitate outwards towards the earth. You may choose to take blocks and place them under your knees for support. Maybe you move your arms up, overhead in a variation of cactus arms, opening your chest. Allow your breath to be calm and steady as we stretch into the inner thigh and groins. Use your hands to guide your knees back together. Preparing for reclining swan. Cross your right ankle to rest over your left thigh by the knee. Right hip opening and pressing away. Knee moving away from you. Rest your arms to the earth. Stay here or thread your hands through to clasp the back of your left thigh or the front of your shin, encouraging a little squeeze in. This strong external hip rotation allows the gallbladder to be stimulated while we stretch into the hip flexors and psoas. Keep your right foot flexed, bringing strength to the ankle. Maybe, if you haven't already, close your eyes, calm and relaxed. Focus on your breath. the gentle rhythm of the inhale and exhale. Gently release your left leg and left foot back to the floor. Move any blocks out of your way and roll your right knee to the floor. Your right ankle is still crossed over the left thigh. If you're like me, your left knee doesn't settle to the floor. Use a block for support, placing it under your left knee. Keep your arms resting either side, or maybe relax them into cactus arms. In this variation of a lane twist, we are encouraging an internal hip rotation, also known as a medial hip rotation, because the femur rotates with the hip to the midline. Use your hands to support and guide you back up. Return your right foot to the floor, ready to repeat on the other side. Left ankle rests on right thigh. Press that left hip away, encourage your left knee away, and rest your arms to the floor. Stay here, or thread your arms through, clasping your thigh or shin, gently encouraging your leg closer towards you. Reclining swan is a great pose to help relieve soreness and stiffness in the back that may have appeared due to poor alignment. When we stretch and strengthen the muscles, it helps us to avoid mobility and health issues. Enjoy every breath as you relax into this pose. Return your right foot to the floor, again checking for props that may be in your path. Before rolling to the left, left knee rests to the floor, left ankle still over right knee. Maybe place a block under your right knee. Protect your body, prevent injury. Don't create it by forcing anything. Your body knows best. Listen to it. And you can always add an extra block. Check your right shoulder hasn't risen from the ground. Keep it grounded. Check in with your breath. Take full breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Allow your muscles to relax completely. Use your hands to guide your knees back up. Uncross your left leg and move your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Allow your knees to rest together for a few breaths. Clear the path of props, ready to allow your knees to drop side to side in a windshield wiper motion, going side to side a few times. Before returning your knees to the center. Draw your knees in towards your chest and give them a good squeeze in. Take a little rock side to side, hugging your knees in. And then with your hands to your knees, create a few hip circles to the left. And then swap to the right. Before rolling up to seated. Moving into deer pose, place your left shin parallel to the short top edge of the mat and your right shin parallel to the long edge of the mat. Flexed feet, creating two 90-degree angles. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the left thigh. Maybe keeping long arms or maybe moving down onto your forearms. Rest your head on your hands or maybe rest your head on a block. The wonderful deer pose stretch targets the hip flexors, glutes, quads, psoas and knees. We have one leg in an external rotation and one leg in an internal rotation. But this variation is focusing on the external left hip. Now you may wonder why we are doing so many different poses for the hips. Well, each one adds a slightly different touch to those connective tissues, and not all poses suit everyone. So this gives you the opportunity to take what suits and leave the rest behind. Relax into stillness. Release any held tension in all of your muscles. Just breathe and be. Use your hands to guide you back up and place your hands to the ground behind you, leaning back slightly. Stay here or maybe move on to your forearms, leaning back just a little more. Now some crazy people even make it to lying all the way to the floor. I'm not attempting that today, but remember, blocks and bolsters are always your friends. They are always an option. Bring the ground up to you or stay up high. Most importantly, don't force anything. Always use your breath as a guide. If your breath is short, you may have gone too far. have you noticed that the focus has now moved into the internal rotation in the right hip? Breathe into it. Use your hands to very gently guide yourself back up. And let's swap to the other side. Right shin parallel to the top edge of the mat. Left shin parallel to the long edge of the mat. Flex those feet. Make any adjustments you notice you may need now. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the right thigh. Listen to the whispers within to guide where this pose will take you. Staying up high to your forearms, head resting on a block or on your hands. Try to avoid fidgeting and check in to see if you have any muscles that you may have tensed. Release them, let them go, and relax into the pose. Mindfully guide yourself back up. Place your hands to the ground behind you, leaning back slightly. Maybe move on to your forearms. Listen to your body. Honour and respect it. Trust that where you are is exactly where you should be. Use your hands to gently guide you back up. Let's windshield wipe those legs again. Just get that blood flowing. You've done this before, so moving side to side, side to side, side to side. Turn to the length of your mat and recline onto your back. Bring your heels in closer towards your sitting bones, feet hip-width distance apart. Press your feet into the floor, lift your hips and place a block under your tailbone. You choose which height. Resting your tailbone on the block, your arms to the floor either side of your body. Allow a feeling of complete relaxation to flow over in this gentle inversion of supported bridge. With a kind expansion in your chest, your hip flexors that connect your lower vertebrae and the inner part of your pelvis to your femur bone takes a nice stretch. Calm, steady breath, just like the ocean. Nothing to do but let go. Press your feet into the floor, lift your hips and move your block to the side. Hug your knees in towards your chest, giving them a good squeeze in. Stay here or join me in Happy Baby. Keeping your knees in, take the soles of your feet to the sky, clasp the outer edges of your feet, elbows stay to the inner side of your legs. Gently draw your knees down towards the floor. Keep your head and shoulders to the floor and try to press your tailbone towards the floor, creating length, stretching and realigning through the spine, whilst giving the hamstrings another little stretch too. Release your feet and give your knees another hug in. Keeping your right knee in, extend your left leg out. Your right arm reaches out to the side. Use your left hand to guide your right knee to the left into a laying spinal twist. Now you can choose to face the sky. Take your gaze over your right shoulder or to the left. Your neck will let you know what is right for you. In this laying spinal twist, your spinal discs now receive hydration whilst your spine relaxes and realigns. Your abdominal organs receive a little massage. Your heart is open. Gently return to center, ready to repeat on the other side. Give both knees a squeeze in, extend your right leg out, the left arm reaches out to the side. Use your right hand to guide your left leg to the right. Your shoulders and upper back get to rest. Your spine and your hips are nourished. Once again, release any tension and enjoy the stillness. Return to center and give your knees a big squeeze in. rock side to side, massaging through the spine before rolling up to a cross-legged seated Sukhasana. Get yourself comfortable and then take a moment to check in and see how you feel now. Checking in with your hips and your mind. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, walk your hands forwards as you fold chest towards the floor, keeping straight arms, or maybe bending into your elbows and coming down onto your forearms. Maybe even lower. Everyone is different and unique. Allow yourself to be you. Use your hands to guide you back up. Uncross your legs and cross them the other way. Inhale, spinal length. Exhale, walk your hands forwards and resettle into your version of this pose.